How's it going, everyone? College Lefty, and in this video I finally got a chance to try out some of the brand new postseason cards that we have had released in MLB The Show 20, and we also had a brand new Joey Votto released today. So I'm going to go ahead and show some attributes, talk about some of the brand new players. We also have this updated schedule. We do have a lot of stuff coming out within the next 2 weeks in MLB The Show, and it is really tough for me at this moment in time to keep up with everything, because I am a full-time teacher and I've gone back on campus. We're teaching, with regular classrooms and everything. So it's very difficult for me to make videos when this brand new content is released. I'm trying to tweet out as much of the stuff as I can. But basically, we've gotten this brand new Joey Votto and this Chipper Jones. A bunch of people have put up 1 million stub orders for this Chipper Jones. And honestly, I'm probably just going to stick with the 96. I don't think I even have a choice, because I don't know if this many people are going to go 12-0 to get this card and sell them. But I am going to be trying out some of these newer postseason cards. We have the 99 overall Travis d'Arnaud with maxed out contact and power against righties and pretty good defensive stats. We also are going to be using 99 Carlos Correa, who I'm not the biggest fan of in real life, but he is always very good in MLB The Show, so I figured I would give him a shot at shortstop, and we are limited on choices for this event in general. It's narrowed down to, 4 teams. I'm mainly using Dodgers and Astros players. We do have a couple different teams mixed in there on the bench as well. But also, I haven't been able to play this game for the last 5 days or so since my previous video. Even before that, a couple days before that, I didn't play the game either. So it's been almost a week. And honestly, I'm just glad I'm able to have some time to get back on the game and try out some of these new cards. I am going to still try and upload as many videos as I possibly can, but I've just had a crazy week of meetings, as well as, working overtime, really, to prepare for everything. But here we have Travis d'Arnaud, very first at bat, and he's going deep in the bottom of the first inning. I mean, wasn't really the greatest swing right there. 125 power will certainly help, along with the 125 contact. And I was a little bit late, but here we have Correa in his very first at-bat, swung a little early. The timing just isn't there. If you're not playing this game consistently, or at least, every other day, probably at minimum, then you are going to struggle a little bit when you hop back on the game, or at least it's going to take you a few innings if you're playing against another online opponent. I didn't really warm up or anything like that, just didn't have time to just hop on the event. I'm still only in wild card division in ranked seasons. I've only played one game, and I uploaded that game, a couple weeks ago, or it seems like that anyway. But here we're facing George Springer. I have this George Springer on my team, but I don't really want to use him. He's not really the best hitter for me in this game. He was really good for me in MLB The Show 17, and he actually had a completely different swing. But I'm not the biggest fan of George Springer either, so I'm going to probably swap him out with Matt Kemp in this one. I don't know if I'm going to do it, whether he comes up to the plate or on defense, because Matt Kemp is a better fielder as well. That might help me out in right field. I got this hit with Craig Biggio. This is a terrible hit. I don't even know how that fell in. We are up 1-0 though in the top of the third. I'm going to let Julio Urias finish this one off. He pitched really well, and his motion's very easy to control. I got almost perfect feedback, or at least good feedback, with every single pitch, and honestly, with everyone else, it's not even close to that. I am throwing pitches all over the strike zone, all over the place, really. And my pitching has probably gotten a little worse since I have been playing the game a little bit less. That's just my opinion and kind of my viewpoint on, taking a little bit of a break as well. But here we flew out with Cody Bellinger, way under that one, just a little bit off. I mean, with both timing and PCI placement, here we got one, square it up, and hit a no-doubter. Still a little bit off there, though, with the PCI. It is a no-doubter with Yordan Alvarez. We take a 1-0 lead in this one. Here we have Carlos Correa up. Haven't really done anything with him yet, but we get the 12-6 curveball, low and away, hit it perfectly, and that one didn't go as far as Yordan Alvarez. I just found that interesting because it was a perfect hit, but I'll take it. A home run's a home run. It's all the same to me, but here we get a base knock with Chipper Jones. This is still, the 96 overall Chipper Jones. He almost gets thrown out there at first base from left field, but that's still a solid card. He makes all the plays at third base, and if you don't have the 99, it's really not the end of the world, because we've been able to get that 93 Chipper Jones or 94 Chipper Jones, whatever overall he is, before you prestige him, for quite some time now. And I was incorrect. I thought we might get Griffey Jr. as the most recent Battle Royale selection. But I was correct about Joey Votto a couple weeks ago. I was just a few weeks off. I had a good feeling that they were going to release that player as the program simply because of the Conquest map clue, as well as we're due for that card anyway. He's very good. Very good budget player. I won't be able to unlock him, or at least I won't be able to unlock him right at the moment. Might take me a couple weeks to do so. But at the same time, I already have Babe Ruth. I probably won't get him at all just because of that fact. I'm pretty much sticking with some of the players that I have. If I'm able to get new guys on the market, I will go ahead and purchase them, but I'm just not going to have the time to grind against the computer for some of these players. So even if Willie Mays is released as a grind card, I probably won't get him just because of how busy I actually am outside of this video game. Anyway, we lost connection in that last one. No idea what happened. He threw one pitch, and that was it. So we got the win as well. It's nice. I'm not going to get to 50 wins either for that Goose Gossage. I'm only at 12 or 11, something like that. But here we are going up against a Dodgers fan who has some Astros players, but mainly Dodgers in there, of course. Here we are able to get a few outs with Greg Maddux. I'm always nervous to use Maddux on All-Star games or games that are on All-Star difficulty because he throws so slow. And I have given up quite a few runs with him on All-Star. But on Hall of Fame and Legend, he does pitch a lot better. I just haven't played on that difficulty in a while because I haven't really made it to the CS or even the DS division. Anyway, here with Correa, we are going to fly out to the warning track. Not bad. He is in the leadoff spot. He did go deep earlier, but he does seem like an all-or-nothing type of player, especially on All-Star. It seems like it's either a home run or an out. There he struck out looking on an absolute perfect pitch. A great cutter, and 3-0 count. Travis d'Arnaud up. If it wasn't a brand new player that I was looking to try out, I'd probably take that pitch. At the same time, though, I'm looking for a sinker or fastball, a cutter, something hard over the middle of the plate. And there I just missed it. Just being a little off at the plate still. Even a few games in. Just struggling to get base knocks, consistently square up the ball. It is what it is. Hopefully we can still win this game. So far we haven't lost one in this video. But we also did have that disconnect, so that doesn't even really count. But here we have 2 outs in the bottom of the second, up 1-0, and Craig Biggio sending this one off the wall. It actually hits Matt Kemp. I think it actually hit him 2 or 3 times there. Let's take another closer look. Instant replay. Hits him in the leg, then he kind of teleports to the ground, hits him in the back again, and Craig Biggio's on his way to third. I'll definitely take that triple. He's in scoring position, of course. And Jackie Robinson's going to smack this one to left field. It just barely hits the line or to the right of that line. Hit the chalk. And that's a game of inches. RBI double there to tie up the game. Now at least we don't have the pressure on us. We do have to try and get out of this inning. I brought in John Smoltz, and he's already tired after 5 pitches because I brought him in through the quick menu. I just completely forgot that the game's glitched out in that way. And anytime you want to bring in a relief pitcher, you always want to pause the game and bring him out of the bullpen because you have to face 3 batters with him. So now pretty much this is 2 guaranteed base hits here when he's already tired. And with me controlling him as a pitcher, this pitch is going right down the middle. I'll just tell you right now, there's a fastball right over the middle of the plate. Craig Biggio smacks it into the gap, so he does put the pressure on us. We're going to have runners on second and third. I think if he sent this runner, we would have had him out, even though Jackie Robinson doesn't have the greatest arm. We do have to face Correa, though. I brought in this Framber Valdez, and I'm pretty sure I uploaded some gameplay with this card already, but we can kind of compare him to Julio Urias, and I think Urias is actually better, or at least easier to use, even though Urias doesn't have the sinker. I think they're both effective. I probably will go with Urias in my ranked seasons team, and mix in Framber Valdez a little bit, but I'll tend to use that Urias card a little more. Anyway, here we have Kike Hernandez in as a pinch hitter, facing Billy Wagner. He brought in Billy Wagner, and first pitch, we go deep there to tie the game up. Now we just need to try and walk it off with Carlos Correa, and I'm ready to go. This Billy Wagner card is very easy to hit, especially on All-Star difficulty. He doesn't have the greatest control, and there we get back-to-back home runs. To end the video, we win it on the walk-off. That's always nice. I felt like I was able to at least get my timing and swings back a little bit there at the end. Hit 2 pitches right away. over the middle of the plate for home runs. But that's going to do it for this video. Thank you all for watching. I'm College Lefty, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace out.